Welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. It's 6:30 a.m. on Independence Day, and we're going to start things off with a deal that I can't pass up. Kind of a foggy, rainy morning, but we're on our way to Sheetz, which is definitely our favorite convenience store, because today, and today only, they are selling gasoline for $1.76.6 per gallon to celebrate Independence Day. Very nice of them, actually. This guy even brought his beautiful GTX out in the rain for the deal. But yeah, all grades of gasoline, 177.6. Now the crazy thing is there's almost 700 Sheetz locations, and they're doing it at every one of them today. I just stopped at Lowe's to pick up a few things. We're going to work inside the building until the weather straightens up a bit. All right, we're back at the house here. I'll show you what I got going on in here. Few remnants of Eva's graduation party. I'll show you one of the smart things that I did. Look at all these outlets right here. 20 of them. And they're on 2 different circuits. So I can do all my charging of all my DeWalt stuff. I'm not set up yet, but this gives me all kind of options. But over here in the game room, I just started last night staining some more of this tongue and groove. I'm working on this closet right here. This won't take too long at all. Putting insulation in here. I just picked some more up at Lowe's just because the bathroom's on the other side. And I'll insulate this wall as well in the kitchen. Yeah, this won't be too bad. All I have to cut around here is clean out down there at the bottom. Need to make a hole for all this. This is for the TVs and the speakers that are mounted throughout the building. And one outlet up there. There's going to be the amp and everything that controls the sound will be somewhere right in this corner here, I think. Then I'll need to figure out what I'm going to do for a door on here. I don't want like a regular closet door. I may build something, make it look like a barn door or something. We'll have to see. Something that I wanted to mention that may be helpful for any of you that may be planning on building something. Now keep in mind, I am by no means a construction expert or heating and cooling expert, but I just want to tell you what has worked out very, very well for us. Now we have thick walls in this building and it's insulated well. Now we didn't do the spray foam insulation. It cost a little bit more. That's not really why we didn't use it. I thought it may seal things up too much. I don't know, but we have thick walls and we did the blown in insulation in the attic. And this building, it's unbelievable as far as heating and cooling. I mentioned this past winter, this Regency wood stove. I wouldn't have believed it, but it heats the entire building. I didn't even use the fan later on in the winter. I found that it doesn't really make much difference if I use the fan or not. We didn't have a cold winter, but we did have a few cold spells, you know, a week or two here or there. This did a phenomenal job. And as far as cooling goes, we've got this Mr. Cool mini split, 36,000 BTU. And I was planning on putting one in the garage on the other side. Don't even need it. We've had a good test the last couple days, 85, maybe even 88 degrees, but super humid out. And it stays so nice in this building just with that Mr. Cool unit. And that's the big one. I don't know if I mentioned 36,000 BTU, phenomenal job. There is no comparison at all when it comes to heating and cooling comparing this building with our house. Our house is a disaster. I made a lot of mistakes when we built it. I didn't know any better, but first of all, it's like a raised ranch, so it's kind of difficult to keep cool in the summertime. The air conditioner runs quite a bit. I put skylights on the one side in both the living room and the kitchen. I would never do that again. You could probably get those blinds for them or something like that. That would help. But, you know, some rooms in the house are cool, some are warm. In the winter, it's vice versa. And I could just never get it right. I mean, it's not horrible, but compared to this building, this is the way to go here. Thick walls, plenty of blown-in insulation up top. I don't know what it is that makes this so efficient, but it's incredible. It really is. One wood stove and the Mr. Cool unit, and I have radiant floor heat in here that I haven't even hooked up yet. We'll get it hooked up for this winter, but I don't know if I should have even done that, to tell you the truth. It'll be nice when the concrete's warm, but the stove warms everything up as well. So I don't know. So many people said, you know, they swear by the radiant floor heat, and I'm sure it's great. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. The wood stove and the Mr. Cool, I'm pretty pleased with. The other thing that I really like as well about the wood stove and the mini split, it's so simple. That's all there is to it. This is my entire heating and cooling system right here and right there. That's it. Plus, with the Mr. Cool, you know, that makes heat as well. I haven't tried that out. But, you know, I'm thinking on those days in the fall when it's, 30 degrees in the morning and gets up to 60 or 70 in the afternoon, you may use this a little bit instead of starting a fire. I don't know. I really like the fire, but that gives us another option as well. But yeah, very simple. Not a lot to it. I also think this big paddle fan will help as well in the wintertime. I noticed this past winter when I was working in here and, you know, I was up on a ladder, you could definitely tell it was a lot warmer closer to the ceiling. It's about 11 feet 6 inches or 11 feet 8 inches from the floor to the ceiling. So pretty tall, but so far I like this fan. Melissa bought that online. You can change the speeds. You can do everything right off the remote. And plus I have a switch on the wall as well. But anyway, we better get back to work. Actually, start work. I haven't done much yet. Get a little more light in here. All right, so I got a couple more 16 footers all ready to go. They just have to dry. And then I got 4 more pre-stained. It's not going to take that much more tongue and groove to finish. These 16 footers, they go a long way. So knowing what I know now after building this place here and how efficient it is and how much I like it, I'll be honest, it makes me want to tear down my house. That sounds pretty extreme, but I'd love to build a big barn-dominium type house. I would. I don't know if that's in the cards right now, but maybe at some point we'll do that. What happens, you know, around here where we live and probably where most of you live, people will build a house, they'll live in it for years, and if they want something different, they just sell it, go buy another house somewhere. Our problem here, and it's a good problem to have, is we have all this land and we love the land here. So just selling the house is not an option, but that may be something we do someday. We'll have to see. But yeah, makes me want to tear down my house. Holy smokes. I'm just getting ready to get in the tractor here to go down and clean up some fireworks, and I had these headphones on, and I started to hear something. I didn't pay much attention to it, and it's getting louder and louder, and I'm looking around like, what is going on? I should have taken them off right away. I thought our air conditioner was blowing up or something. Turns out it was that big C-17. They're flying around since it's Independence Day, and I mean, he was low, right over the house here, right over the building, and scared the bejeebers out of me there, but it was pretty cool. I got the fireworks pretty well cleaned up. There's still a lot of paper on the ground, but I'll wait till things dry up, and then I use a combination leaf blower to try to get into a pile, and then I'll use the leaf rake, and we'll get rid of that. I did actually use my water pump the other night, even though it was real wet. There were several that just kind of caught fire after the show, and I put them out. But I tell you, there's a lot here that I just put in the burn pit that we never even lit. Now, they got rained on several times. Right at the end of the show, actually the end of all the music, we quit lighting fireworks because of the injury. If you didn't see that video the other day, I got whacked in the thigh really hard with a mortar round, and so we just kind of shut things down. So there's a lot of hot fireworks that I put in the burn pit, and you would be amazed. It's probably rained on them 3 or 4 times so far. I'm not even going to burn what's in there for probably a couple more weeks. I'll put some slabs in there on top of them, but there'll still be a pile of stuff going off in there. But like I said, I'll cover it all up with some old slabs and things like that before I light it up. That one year, I swear it was a month, you know, and it rained a bunch that month. I lit up the burn pit, and they were still going off. So they last a very long time. Definitely not safe for a fireworks show, but they must be sealed up pretty well in there or something, because you'd think that powder would get saturated and that'd be the end of it, but that's not the case. But speaking of the leg injury, healing up very well. All the swelling's gone, definitely black and blue. I'm not limping around anymore, and the limp wasn't all bad actually, because a few years ago I tore the meniscus in my left knee, and it flares up every once in a while. Then I hurt my right leg with the firework. It kind of balanced things out, but yeah, it's getting better, a lot faster than what I thought it would, to tell you the truth. The other night, it was swelled up so bad you couldn't even bend your leg. You know, my knee's fine, but I put ice on it that first night, kind of kept it elevated, and that made a world of difference by morning. But yeah, it's not even really sore anymore. Definitely black and blue though. But back to the building here. Once we're all done with the kitchen and everything, I'll do a video on, you know, what the total cost is. I'm guessing right now it's going to be somewhere right around $210,000 is my best guess. I'll know what it is for sure when it's all done. So that's going to work out to about 65 bucks a square foot. And that is no drywall at all. I don't like drywall. I don't know why. Maybe because I was never any good at it, but I don't like it. I like this. Wood, metal, and concrete is basically everything we used here. It takes that polyurethane a while to dry. I mean, it's dry to the touch, but it's just a little bit tacky. And I probably won't use this stuff till tomorrow morning. And this needs poly on it as well. Even when it's just a little bit tacky, I don't like using it. You know, when you're sawing it, a little bit of sawdust just seems to want to stick to it. Better off just wait until it's completely dry. Yeah, anyway, between the energy efficiency of a building like this, the construction costs, and the flexibility that you have, like there are no load-bearing walls inside this building. You can pretty much do whatever you want. Between those three things, I'm kind of sold on the whole barn dominium thing. People have been building them for years now. A lot of people still aren't familiar with them, but if I were to ever build another house, it would definitely be like this building right here. Now, I would do a different type of foundation, like a poured wall, and then build from it instead of just like a pole barn, which is basically what this is. But yeah, I'm very, very pleased with this. I am. And like I said, it makes me want to tear my house down. I'm not sure if that's something we'll do or not. Melissa and I have been talking about it, and I don't know when that would happen, but it's something we've been considering, to tell you the truth. But anyway, I think that's about it for today's video. I appreciate y'all being here, and I will catch you on the next one.